Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So as you see today, we're going to be taking a look at the Tempest Downdraft. I went with the Hailstorm edition. I literally just got this out of the mailbox, so let's check it out. We get a Downdraft sticker, get a thank you card, we get the moist towelette, and we get the knife itself. So let's get this stuff out of the way. It doesn't look like it comes with any extra hardware, which is fine. Let's just take a look at it and see what we got here. It's got a very nice texture, probably bead blasted. I like the pivot, not just a normal flat pivot. It's got some milling on it. It's got the wire clip. Some people are a fan of wire clips, some people aren't. I like them myself. I like the fuller. It's got some nice jimping. Jimping feels great. Nice little recessed flipper tab, so when it's flipped around it probably doesn't stick out. Yep, perfectly flush there. Very clean lines on this knife. You can see it's got a stonewash finish on the blade also. Very pretty design. It's a 154 cm blade steel. Let's see, nested liner locks, so your lefties won't get locked out. Let's see, what else am I noticing? Very open back. See the action on it. Oh yeah, great. Reverse flick is great on it. Let's see if the flipper tab will fail. It will. It hit my finger. That might have been my fault, but no. It'll definitely fail, but pretty close to getting open. So I'm sure with a little breaking in, that won't happen. I really do like the fuller, and the action is great. Centering looks very nice. Yeah, overall, very nice feel. The jimping is just right. It's not too aggressive, but not too slick either. You can get nice grip on it. Your thumb stops when you put pressure. So that's a plus. Does have a reversible clip. I've gotten to be a lot bigger fan of liner locks once they started getting nice nested ones. I've normally been a frame lock guy, but liner locks seem to be very secure and seem to have pretty good action nowadays, so I don't mind them. Let's see, let's do a few measurements on this thing here. Starting with the weight. I didn't take out the little tab behind the clip. There we go. Does that thing even weigh anything? Not even 0.01 of a gram, or an ounce, sorry. Alright, so it weighs 3.22 ounces. And if y'all would like to know the grams on that, I believe this is the grams. 91.6 grams. 3.23. Alrighty. Let's get the ruler here and get some lengths on it. Overall length looks like right at 7.5. Blade length looks like 3.25, maybe 3.3. And then the cutting edge is 3 3.17 or something, 3.15, somewhere close to that. We'll see what the website says here in a minute. See how close I was. So 7.5 overall. It's a good size knife. Let me see. I can just get 4 fingers on it just about perfectly. I do have large hands, so take that into consideration. Does have a nice little sharpening choil. It's not too big. Could be made a little bigger with a Dremel, and you could get some more life out of that blade, but as it stands, it's fine. I do like the fact that they didn't put giant billboarding on it. They just put their logo real little up there. Very subtle. Very nice. Let's grab my calipers here and get some width measurements. A lot of people like to know how wide knives are, including myself. Alright, what do we got here? We have got the blade width up here at the top is 0.1195, and then down behind the edge it gets down to 0.022. Alrighty, the widest part of the scales looks like it is 0.462. And then the widest part with the clip is 0.675. That gives you some numbers on it. You can compare to other things. Speaking of comparing to other things, let's compare it to a few other knives. So we will start with the old standards, if I can find them. They've got to be right here somewhere. Alright, so we've got the Spyderco PM3. Looks like it is a little larger in overall length than the PM3. And the PM2, it is a little smaller than the PM2. So it falls right between those two. It's great. This is the Spyderco Smock. It is just a little bit smaller than the Smock. And here is the Spyderco Shaman. Quite a bit smaller than a Shaman. Let's see, what else do I have lying here? I thought I had the old Walmart bug out copy somewhere, but I guess I don't. I must have misplaced it. I do have the Monterey Bay Knives Sabertooth, just to compare it to, laying here. I've also got the Hogue Misto. Pretty close to the same size as the Misto. I've also got a Devo Knives sitting here, the Devo Buzz. It is about exactly the same length as the Buzz. Let's see, what else do I have? I've got a Asher Spiro. It's a little larger than the Spiro. And then I've got just a random Carter Prime. Some of you may have that knife and can compare it. So that gives you some size comparisons to look at. Let's see if it actually came sharp. Can't believe I don't see my Walmart. Got lots of stuff sitting around here, excuse me. Oh well, it might have fallen on the floor or something. I will locate it because a lot of people have that knife and it's a good comparison. Let's see how sharp this thing came. Very nice. All the way from the very back of the blade all the way to the very tip. Tip is great, very sharp. The back is great. The middle is great. Very nice. Seems knife companies are getting a lot better with their sharpening. Yep. Everywhere I'm hitting it. Front, back, side to side. Great action on it. Let's see. Let me clean up my scraps here. Let's go check out the website and see what their stats say about it. So like I said, I got the Hailstorm edition. I believe they offered 4 different editions. Says the HRC is 60 to 62. Sample was tested at 62. Vacuum heat treat with cryo. The knife is 7.5 inches overall. 3.5 with the 3 1/4 cutting edge. Yeah, I said 3.3, but I was giving it a little. When I was measuring it, I was let me show you here. Make sure that totally transparent about that. So I don't believe it is totally 3.5, because as you can see, 3.5 is that little black line that is up there on the scales. Not sure if you can see that, but you should be able to see that in the video. So it is not quite 3.5. Maybe 3.4 to the very front of there. So 3.5 is close enough, but let's go back and see what else it says. 3 1/4 inch cutting edge. Handle is 4 inches. Liner lock with full steel liners. The screws are titanium with T8 tooling. I did not notice that nor mention that, and I normally do. So the fact that all the hardware is T8, we can definitely check that out. And of course, whichever one I grab will be the wrong one normally. But yes, that is a T8. That is a T8. And the clip screw is a T8. So I imagine it'll be the same on this side. It is. And the pivot is a T8. So they weren't lying about that. They are all T8 screws. Let's see. Weight is 3.2 ounces. I believe we got 3.23, so that's right. Handle thickness is 0.47. I believe that's what we got. Blade stock is 0.12. Bearings are 5mm 3/64 fourths. So, like I said, they offered 4 versions of this knife. Actually, 5 versions. I was wrong. They have the one I got. Oh, I didn't mention the price. It's only $139, which is a great value. The silver twill carbon fiber was the same price. I believe they've all got the same blade steel. This is the Firestorm Tiger Striped Anno. Let's see. Yep, same blade steel. We got the Disco Storm edition with the black PVD stonewashed blade. And then we have the Synthwave edition with satin flats and stonewashed bevel. So I didn't even notice, but yes, the finish on mine is even throughout. It does not have different, the flats on it up here are not polished differently, but Looks great. Hope you can see that. Get a few good up and close pictures here. Try to stay out of the shadows. So yeah, very nice knife for $139. I'm a fan of 154 CM blade steel. Don't see anything wrong with it. It is a great user still. Clip tension feels adequate for a wire clip. Action on it will only get better, and it's great already, so that's something to look forward to. Let's see if you can, yeah. Regular, I'm just so used to reverse flicking that I don't use regular. But yeah, it's super smooth. Very easy. Flipper tab works great. Yeah, I would say this is a hit. Great job, Tempest. I appreciate reasonably priced knives nowadays, because it seems some companies choose to charge exorbitant amounts, and this is definitely in just about everybody's budget. If you don't have a over $100 knife yet, if you've only bought budget knives, I would highly suggest you check out Tempest Knives. Great value for your money. Asher Knife is another company that's around the same price. That would also be a great value for money. I've actually got one that I should have compared. Whoops, sorry for the noise. But I've got the new Asher Spyro Warney. And as you can see, the Spyros are just a tad bit smaller. So that this Downdraft is a very nice size. It's fits my hands just about perfectly. As you can see, it's not, my fingers aren't bunched up, and just about a perfect 4-finger grip on it. So yeah, great knives. I appreciate y'all being here and checking out the video. If you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up on your way out. If you enjoy talking about knives, every morning I go live, and with a crew of a bunch of cool guys, we sit around and talk about new knives, what we like, what we don't like, what's coming out, what we wish wouldn't come out. Sometimes we get into the politics going on in knives and all that stuff. So yeah, join us 8 a.m. Central Standard Time every morning on my YouTube page. We've got some summer hours for a little while, 9 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday, but most all the time during the week, definitely all the time during the week, it's 8 a.m. So yeah, come join us if you like talking knives. Great group of guys, like I said. We're up to episode 121 now, I believe tomorrow will be. 121 days in a row, so we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So anytime you wish to join, we will be there. Like I said, I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.